this juncture, I will invite our chief guest. Before he comes over, maybe a little bit about him. So, Dr. Prashanth is a professor at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. He is also the interim dean, Eberle College of Business. This is one of my teachers at the school. So he taught me when I was there doing my MBA. And he's been one of those people who has been very instrumental in making sure that the partnership that we have at the school, we are able to get all the benefits, tuition fee waivers of application fees for the school, and giving our students our graduate assistantship awards, scholarship. Like right now, actually, we had students who had scholarship, but they got 9 visas. Which is quite, discouraging. But anyways, Dr. Prashanth, his academic background, he holds a PhD from Rutgers University, the State University of New Jersey, PhD in management, and that's in operations management. He also holds an MBA from the same university, Rutgers, State University of New Jersey. And the MBA basically holds a Master of Business Administration. Professor Prashanth also has a Master of Science from New Jersey Institute of Technology, and that's a Master of Science in Industrial Engineering. And he also has a bachelor's degree from Bangalore University, and that's in Industrial and Production Engineering. So he's originally from India, but is currently a citizen of the United States. This is the first time that he's in Kenya. He has spent, at some point in his life, I think when he was in high school, he spent a little bit of some time in Tanzania. So that is about 40 years ago. And he knows a little bit of Swahili. So where's him? Kenya. So he knows a little bit of Swahili because of the fact that he was in Tanzania. So it's the first time that he's in Kenya. He just came with a lot of his friends to this country to see what we have. Some of them, they also went to Tanzania. They've been there for the last 1 week. And some of them went back, but he's here today to support us and grace this event. It's through Dr. Prashanth's effort that we were able to forge a partnership with Indiana University of Pennsylvania, where our students have been able to get waivers worth millions of Kenya shillings. And in addition, every KENYA Airlift Program student currently at that school has some form of scholarship because of his efforts. In fact, actually, I think there's one student who doesn't pay even a single penny at the school. James Mukaisi, right? James? Yeah. And we have a couple of others who are also on half graduate assistantship awards. He had actually given 3 scholarships, graduate assistantship award scholarship for our students for this fall. But again, no one got the visa. So anyways, that's Dr. Prashanth. And please clap for him, welcome him to the podium so that you can hear from him.
You are watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, presented to you by Upstack America. Upstack America is a consulting company that helps immigrants find amazing higher education and job opportunities in the tech industry in the United States. You can find our programs by going to www.upstackamerica.com. Upstack America, we wake you up to the unlimited potential. Thank you, sir.
Jambo. Good evening, everyone. Bob has given me the toughest job, to be the last person. After listening to more than a dozen speakers, I have to tell you, I have been in many events all over the world, Bob probably got an old bio. I've been in 70 different countries now, and I've attended many functions like this. But I can tell you, this is the first time every one of the speakers were so eloquent. And that says a lot about Kenya. So congratulations to everybody who made such pertinent and very eloquent remarks, making my remarks pretty easy. As Bob said, I have been in East Africa. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to be here today. 45 years back, my parents were expatriates in Tanga, Tanzania, which you may know is only like 30 kilometers from Kenyan border. We came here in 1978. I was in 8th grade. And my high school had arranged a trip to Mombasa, Kenya. I was so excited. But those of you who know history, the students, and those of you who are a little older probably remember what happened in October 1978. Idi Amin invaded part of Tanzania, and the war started, and the trip to Kenya from our high school was canceled. I had to wait for 45 years after that. Thanks to Bob, my former student, I'm here. I'm really, really happy to be here. And I should also thank Bonfire for making our trip. We have been here in East Africa for almost 2 weeks and had a great time, and I feel like I have come back home. And after this event, and after Bob gave me a tour of Nairobi, which looked like any other US modern city, I would love to come back here, bring back a lot of students. I don't want the traffic of students to be only one way from Kenya to the US. I promise you, I will do my best to get students from the US to come here and spend some time in Kenya and understand Kenya. I have done that to students from the US to India, other parts of Asia, and many parts of Europe. And about 3 years back, we made a conscious decision to focus on sub-Saharan Africa. Because, like Bob said, we do not have the diversity from sub-Saharan Africa. We have a lot of students from the northern part of Africa, which is what we call as the MENA, Middle East and North Africa. But we have very few students from the south of the Sahara. I'm so happy today that we have Kenya Airlift Program, and we have a very strong partnership in the western part of the continent in Senegal and the Gambia. So we are very proud of these partnerships at IUP. And I'm very happy that both Honorable DMK and Bob came back to IUP back in September or October of the year before. And within a few months, we had 3 students from Kenya in the spring. And like he mentioned, they are some of the best MBA students I have come across. Lorna Mutengi, she is my graduate assistant, and I would put her in the top 2% of all the 4,000 MBA students I have dealt with. So that is the kind of quality. And I'm not just saying because I'm in Kenya, but don't tell her that. She has to be with me for 1 more year and continue that way. And I also want to assure that I will do my best when I go back, that I talk to some of the Pennsylvania senators who helped me a lot in India. From India, we have 1,500 MBA students in the last 14 years. So at an average of 80 to 190 students, I'm able to bring from India. And in my generation, in the 80s and 90s, India had the same problem of visa. Every other person got visa rejections. I know one of my friends went 16 times and got the visa the 16th time. So talk about perseverance, persistence, and focus. He was continuing to work. in a job in India, but his dream was to go to the US. And the 16th time he got. I'm not saying that all of you will have to wait for 16 times, but that is an example. Many students get it the second time or the third time. So don't lose hope. Stay focused. And I'm telling you from my experience of doing this for 30 years, bringing students from all over the world, it is possible to get a visa if you have some perseverance. So please have that, and we will do our best to push from there, and you and Bob and his team are going to do things with the Kenyan government, and let us hope the bright students, the deserving students from Kenya will get an opportunity to come and study in the US. And Bob had asked me to provide some kind of advice and for the students who are coming there, but this advice that I'm going to give you, it holds good for not just the students who are coming in August to the US, but for any of you who are youngsters here who want to pursue education and maybe come next year or the year following that. Number one thing, which some of the speakers already mentioned, you have to make sure that you understand that you are representing not just you when you come there to the US. You are representing your family, you are representing KAP, Kenya Airlift Program, and you are representing Kenya, East Africa, Africa. You know what I mean by that? If one of you does something bad, it reflects on all of these entities that I mentioned. Only if 100 of you do good things, only then you'll be recognized as Kenyans are good students, good citizens. But it takes only one person to destroy that. So please make sure when you come there, you think like you are representing not just yourself, but all these, your family, to KAP, to Kenya, to Africa.
You have been watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, brought to you by Upstake America. Come back again next time to learn concepts, tools, strategies, and resources on the path of becoming a successful immigrant in USA through real-life experiences. Be sure to subscribe to Bob Mwiti channel on YouTube and also follow him on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn.